Okay, did you install? Yes, did you install? Yes, and it's up and running. Yes. Okay, now. Regarding the action, guys, like first what we did, we imported project. Okay, after that we created database, and after that we imported all scripts. Okay, after importing all scripts, like these many tables we came across, right? Yes. Okay. What is the project name, guys? This is the one? Yes. Okay, let me open and let me run. What happened, guys?
I will not complete database we have created.
Let me. I guess I already did it. The action on it.
Yes.
Yes.
That one.
So, this is what is the screen, right? Yes. Okay. So this is what is the screen, guys. Okay. E-action. Okay, what you guys understood regarding this?
Transaction between the seller and bidder.
Seller and builder. Okay. Why we need e-action here? What is the business?
Bank customers are able to pay their loans, then bank will collect options. From the options are secondary e-action.
Okay. The primary goal is
to recover loan amount from the default.
to recover the
Loan.
loan amount from
default.
defaulter. Who is defaulter?
Participants.
No.
The person who is already
Seller's
amount.
property. To put the loan.
Who?
From bank.
Whoever took loan
From the
from banker. I took 3 loans. So,
who is unable to pay?
okay, whoever took loan from banker and whoever is not able to pay EMIs, then they can be treated as default in banker perspective, right? Okay. So how many types of users are here?
4.
4. Who are they?
Admin,
Admin,
action officer,
action
participants,
officer,
executives.
executive. Okay. Participant and co-participant. Okay. Action officer, admin, at the end executives. Okay. What is like what action officer do here?
He can upload the action details.
He can upload
Action details.
okay action details 1.
Add the participant and
Participants also can be added. Okay.
Bankers,
manage options and bidding.
Manage actions. Okay.
Bid
Bid process. Okay. Start bid and start action and stop action. All this. Okay. What participant do?
Just participate in the
Okay. What do you mean by participate? What do you mean by participating? As part of participating, right? Like what you do?
They are interested to purchase that property.
Some refund of amount they have to pay.
He has to pay some investment deposit before going to auction. And he will inform to the auction officer. So they will enroll his name in the auction, and after that he will get a username or password. Then he can participate in auction.
Okay. So now here, e-action, right? So coming to action, Telugulo ఏమంటాం మనం వేలం. Right. So here, e-action mean to say like online action process, guys. Yeah. So here 4 types of users are here. Admin, AO. AO is nothing but action officer. For each bank, each branch, like for example, if you are talking about ICICI Bank, Headache City there is a branch, and Madhapur there may be one more branch. Like for each branch, one action officer would be there, guys. Clear? Each branch, meant to say. What action officer does, like he will take care of complete end-to-end action process. Clear? Next to that, participants. Whoever is interested to take that product, right? Product is nothing but like maybe plot, maybe a house, maybe a villa, or depends. So they can be treated as participant. Executives mean to say like okay, they may be going to each and every bank or maybe each and every customer to tell about our application, right? So now whoever is like took loan, okay, let's assume bank in the sense like a number of customers would be there, guys, right? Maybe savings account customers or current account customers or loan related customers, a number of would be there. So whoever took a loan from banker and whoever is not paying, like maybe 6 months or maybe a year, that depends on bank standards, guys. Let's assume one of the customer is unable to pay the loan within 6 months period. Then what action officer does here? They go for online action process for that project. Project is nothing but like a product or maybe plot or whatever he took, right? Whatever he kept like as a document. So now whoever is unable to pay, then action officer, they can go with the action process. So here Now, action officer, what they do is like they will simply go with paper advertisement. They go for advertisement, saying that so and so is ready for action on so and so date. And if you guys are interested, you can do a participation on this. So let's assume, right, like okay, he took a loan, he is a customer, let's assume. Next guy is participant, or maybe he is AO something, let's assume, right? So whenever customer is unable to pay, okay, let's assume he took 1 crore loan, and he is like maybe 60 lakh is pending to banker perspective. 60 lakhs is pending amount. Then if he is unable to pay, then action officer, what he do is like he will go with the paper advertisement, saying that okay, so and so product is ready for action on so and so day. So then what participants do is they will simply connect with the action officer, saying that okay, I'm much interested with that. So then what action officer do is like to register them into the system for specific action. What participant do is like okay, for example 60 lakh is pending amount. Then what action officer do is like they will charge, mean to say they will collect 10% amount, guys. 60 lakh in the sense around 6 lakh amount they should pay to banker. Whoever win, okay, that is different story, right? Like whoever lost that bid process, right? Like that amount will be refunded. Okay, security deposit, mean to say 10% security deposit amount will be collected from each participant, guys. Yeah. Okay, so that amount will be refunded to loser. Whoever win, maybe that already 10% they took, right? So remaining 90% amount will be charged from them. That is a different story. Okay. So here, action officer, like what they do is like they will collect like a 10% security deposit amount from each participant, and after that they will register them into our application. So after registering, bid process, right? Like let's assume maybe today at 10:45, let's assume. Now all the participants will log in into our application. So at that moment, like what action officer do is they will have a timer, guys. So everyone will be on the same page, and after that, like they will simply start the timer. That timer will reset every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Mean to say, okay, let's assume he quoted for, okay, pending amount to banker is 60 lakh. So what banker do is they always start their bidding from 60 lakh. They never ever starts from a rupee. Why? Because like banker is expecting 60 minimum. On top of it, anything should be fine. Can be a benefit to banker point of view. So let's assume like okay, Sai did like a 65 lakh. So again timer will reset to 5. Mean to say again it will start from 5, 459, 458 like that. So within 5 minutes other participant should have a bid. If no one had a bid, then whoever had a latest, they can be treated as a winner here. So similar manner, guys. Yeah. So here admin, what they do is, okay, one is action officer. He will take care of entire action process, adding project details and adding participants and executing action process. All these will be taken care by action officer. And when it comes to admin, guys, here adding action officer or adding banker into system, all these will be taken care by admin guys. Adding bankers, ICICI Bank for example, I-Tech City. So adding that branch or bank details and adding auction officer can be done by admin guys. Yeah. Auction officer adding auction details and adding participant, all these, and executing auction process will be by auction officer. And coming to participants, okay, he will be there in the system and they can just do bidding as part of their action process guys. They are allowed to access or to do bid only for that auction process guys. Okay, next to that, executors may be interacting with the banks or interacting with the individual people to tell about their product, the action project. There is something like they can go to banks and they can tell them, okay, how you people are doing action process, we already have an application which can fit for you, need something like that. They explain all these things, and if they are interested, okay, whomever they interacted, they may be getting the details, and all those details also can be uploaded into the system guys here. 4 types of users here. So now if you look at our current application guys, okay, first step, you guys imported web project here. Step 2, all needy tables you imported into your database here. So more than or around 20 plus tables are here, and much more data you could see. Around 500 scripts we ran as part of importing, I guess, right? Okay, now I'm logging into the application guys. Admin and admin are valid username and password. Regarding that, like EA underscore users, I guess, right? Admin username, admin password. So if you look at here, user type, E indicates executive, A indicates admin, AO indicates action officer, C may be customer, I don't know guys, like maybe participant or someone. C we could see, and B also you could see. Okay, B is nothing but borrower, C is nothing but co-borrower guys. Applicant, co-applicant, something. Like whenever you are going with a home loan, you can go with only applicant, or you can add your spouse for as a co-applicant also guys. Here B is nothing but borrower, C is nothing but co-borrower. Okay. What happened guys? It failed.
Bankers.
Okay. So now what do we see guys here? So we got a screen like this. Okay, I opened here, right? Okay, let me open an external browser guys. Okay. This is what is landing screen guys. Maybe let's assume this is a dashboard. After logging in, this is what we would see here. Header part, okay, you could see here. Menus also you could see here. This is something left frame, and this is something body, and at the end footer also guys here. This is footer guys. Clear? So now as a admin, what he can do is, first he can add banker details into the system. So if admin want to add any banker, they can come to this banker view and they can do a click on this guys here. What do we see here? You can see bankers who are registered in our application. If you want to add anything new, they can go by add bankers to add banker details here. Okay. Next to that, he can filter by using this. Okay, what do we see, guys? HDFC Bank and ICICI, right? Okay, let me go by. What do we see, guys? Only one is being shown. Mean to say filtered. If you want to filter, then this can be used. Okay. By default, all bankers should be shown here. So here you could see pagination concept, guys. Here you can see here pagination concept. Okay, how many bankers are here?
Two bankers.
And show per page. How many we wanna show here? 10. For example, so okay, per page we want 10 records. So max records we have here is 2. So that is where like you could see 1 of 1. Okay, for example, I wanna display only 1 record per page, guys. What do we see here?
One.
1 of 2 and 2 of 2. Something. Pagination concept also they have given. Previously, as part of report, I guess, expense report, you just fetched expenses based on user ID type from date and date. But here, if you look at all, like everywhere, bankers' point of view, bidders' point of view, bank projects' point of view, everywhere, like same structure we follow, guys. Default, all bankers will be displayed here. If you are looking for specific, then you can filter by using search input field. After that, like default, they are displaying only 10 records per page. If you want 30 records, then you can simply go for 30, show for page. Next to that in the input, you can go by 30 and you can do refresh, guys. Clear? So, if they want, okay, here maybe 10, right? Okay, let me go with refresh here. So now, here you could see pencil symbol, right, guys? This is for edit, and this is for delete, guys. If you want to edit, you can click here. As part of edit, what do you see, guys? Like all the bank details which are there in the table should be populated. So all the details we are populating here. After that, like wherever you want a modification, you can do it, and you can go by save button, click here for updating banker. So from banker point of view, what you should keep in mind is, like banker can be added by admin, edited by admin, deleted by admin. As part of edit, whenever I am doing a click on edit, internally you are fetching the banker and showing in that screen, guys. Get specific banker. As part of such, you may be fetching all banker details which are there in the table, guys. So each table we go with 5 minimum operations, guys. Here, save banker, edit banker, delete banker, get specific banker by using ID, get all bankers. All bankers are default. If you are talking about like something pagination, maybe first 10, first 20, or 1 to 10 to 20, something. It depends on user action, guys. Here, 5 operations are pretty much. So if you are talking about add expense, save with it. As part of edit with it, update with it, delete, remove, and fetch all specific we fetched, and based on user ID we fetched all options, and user report point of view, few more things we passed within the query. As part of report we passed user ID type from date and to date. As part of expense options we passed only user ID. So depends on our need, business, we may be doing a change to query, guys. Clear? So these banker details can be added by or uploaded by admin here. As part of banker, okay, bank name, and banker details, address, street, all the details will be captured here. So next to that, like action officer also can be added by admin here. Action officer also can be added by admin. So for that, users is here, guys. AO banker something you could see, right? So add user. Add user in the sense like all empty fields would be displayed here. All empty screens would be displayed here. So he should select so and so. So whenever he add any action officer, right? So let's assume like 100 bankers I do have, guys. As admin, I added 100 bankers. So whenever I'm adding any action officer, first I should point to so and so bank, right? Whomever I'm adding, action officer. Okay, this action officer is for so and so bank. So here, as part of adding anything, we should add to the project or bank, guys, here. After that, like customer or something like bank details they added, username and password, mobile, email, all these things, and roles, permissions, all these guys. Roles, what kind of role he plays here? Banker role, AO banker something. This you have to just do a click here. Permission, as a action officer, he can add actions, and next to that participants also he can add. So for that, like around 10 permissions are supposed to be, guys. If you look at here, adding action, adding bid, adding bedroom, adding customer, adding inquiry maybe, add live action, delete customer, update action, view action, update customer, view customer. All these things can be done by action officer. If you look at bank related, adding bank, delete, update, view, these are by admin. Remaining things can be handled by action officer, guys. Yeah. So after that, like he will provide all the data and he will simply click on save button, guys. Clear? As part of adding any user, guys, their details and their roles and permissions will be mentioned. Based on their permissions, they can add all those things. If any participants logs into the system, first of all, they will not even see all these left frame. We could see around 20 or maybe 10 plus links you could see, right? Those options won't be even shown to the participants. All these buttons will be displayed based on the logged in user. Now I logged into the system as a admin so that they can be able to see all these things, guys. As a admin, they can do everything. So whatever AO can do, all these also can be doable by admin here. Clear? So now let's assume admin logged in and he added banker details, and after that he added action officers also, guys. As part of adding action officer, their details and their roles and permissions, all these will be captured. So now what action officer does, if you look at here, bank projects is nothing but action, guys. Bank project is nothing but here action. So now let me show the existing one, guys, here. Let me choose edit. What do we see, guys, here? Around 20 input fields data they are capturing here. So whenever you wanna add any action, first you have to point action to so and so bank, right? Bank, right? So for that, you could see here bank should be selected, guys. Yeah. Whether it's ICICI Bank or ICICI Bank, like that, you have to select. Whenever you create any action, first we should map to so and so bank. So they mentioned here project name, project code, borrower name, co-borrower name, borrower address, co-borrower address, property address, all those data also captured. Borrower, co-borrower is nothing but applicant and co-applicant of the property, guys. Yeah. Okay. So now all the property details they are capturing here. Address in map, property area, how much area it belongs, and city, action date, inspection date, reserve price, participant EMD, reserve price as I mentioned, right? Like participant EMD. Okay, reserve price is nothing but, right, like as I mentioned initially, 60 lakh or something. After that, like they are supposed to pay 10%. That may be participant EMD, guys. Amount for interest, interest bid. Interest bid here, right? Like if you look at movies point of view, right? Whenever they are going with bid, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 rupee. 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 rupee. Like that concept don't work, guys. So how much like margin you have to give it? Like let's assume, as I mentioned, like someone quoted for 65 lakh. Okay, as per here, my amount for interns bid. Okay, I mentioned something 50,000. Whoever wanna have a bid, they should go more than 50,000. Mean to say 65 he mentioned, right? So they should have 65,000 and 50,000 minimum, guys. Between each bid, margin should be 50,000, guys. Others should not go with 65 lakh 1 rupee. So next to that, property type, flat, house, land, plot, all this. Next to that, images, if you have any, that also you can upload. Whoever is dealing with that, action officer, and their contact number also we can mention here. So here if you look at, they configured Google map also here. Whatever the address they mentioned here, Jayanagar 8th block, that is what you could see, guys, here. 8th block, Jayanagar, Bangalore, Karnataka, India, something here. Clear? So now, once action officer logs into the system, guys, so they can upload action details into the system. As part of adding action details here, borrower details and co-borrower details and property details and action time details and action officer details and banker details, all these data they captured as part of adding action details. Action is nothing but like as part of action here, what are they adding, guys? Banker details, property details, owner details, co-owner details, action officer details, action time details, address, and how much amount participant should pay, and reserved price, and how much margin we wanna keep for each bit. All these data can be captured here. Any clarifications needed, guys, here? Adding bank to the system. Banker can be added by admin. After that, action officer can be added by admin. After that, action officer can upload action details. Right? That is what it is. After that, what do we see, guys, here? Bidders. Bidder is nothing but participants, guys. Bidder is nothing but participant, guys, here. So whenever bidder is okay, whenever bidder pays so and so amount to bank, then action officer will come to here and he can add any participant, guys, here. let me show you one participant whoever is there in the system here. I'm doing a click on edit here. It's not. Okay. If you look at here, guys, as part of adding participant details here, you could see here. So here, select property for action. So we want to add 2 participants here. Whenever action officer adding any participant, he should map participant to so and so action, guys. So as an admin, like whenever I create AO, I should map to so and so bank, right? So same manner, whenever action officer is adding any participant, he should map participant to action. They are allowed to do action only for this specific action, guys. If they want to act like do action for any other action, then they should be re-registered, guys. Only participant allowed for one action. So that is where, like, as part of adding participant here, our bidder, we like what action officer does, he will map participant to specific here. After that, bidder name, bidder address, all address details including email and mobile will be captured. Let's assume as part of adding bidder, action details will be mapped, and next to that, like bidder name, bidder email, bidder mobile and address detail will be captured. In addition to that, KYC, guys. Know your customer. Mean to say their photo, PAN card, bidder proof, or tender amount, something they captured here. For any case, like if bidder is not available, okay, he is suspecting something, okay, on that day I may be not available. If he is suspecting something, he can provide co-bidder details also. So if bidder is available, he can participate. If bidder is unavailable for any cause, then co-bidder also can be able to participate in that action process. So for that, same details, guys. Co-bidder, same details, and KYC also same, guys. Yeah, clear? So next to that, these things, guys. Bank, action date, reserve price, and these are the additional details about action, guys. We will fetch those action details and will simply display here. What is that action, like when, which day we want, and what is the reserved price, all these details we show. And down, what do we see, guys, here? Payment details. As we mentioned, right, like whenever there is any action process, action officer will have advertisement somewhere, maybe through paper or maybe online or something, guys. Whoever looked at and whoever is interested, they will participant first will connect with action officer. Okay, after the payment, okay, payment may be few ways, guys, maybe through check or maybe other mode. So once they are pretty much done with their payment process, those details also should be captured here. As part of adding participant, their payment details also should be captured for tracking point of view. Clear? After that, their user details, guys, like username, password, confirm password, and role is participant, and they will simply go with same, guys. Clear? So as part of adding bidder, what are the details captured here? Participant details, participant address details, participant KYC, co-participant details, co-participant address details, co-participant KYC, and payment details, and username, password, all those other details also captured here. Clear? No issues. Okay. Next to that, okay, as part of, right, okay, let's go back. So let's, it will be similar to this, guys. Like whoever logging, okay, like on the time of, like a date of action, right? Like all participants will log into the system. They will get screen similar to this, guys. They will get screen similar to this. Like once everyone is pretty much ready, then action officer, what they do is they will have a start timer button somewhere here, guys. This is not the actual screen. Maybe because of bad data, like it's not coming, so that is where like I just shown this. Let's assume participants, whenever they logged in, they will get a screen similar to this. Once all participants are pretty much ready, then what action officer does, they will click on start timer. Whenever they click timer, this page will be reloaded, refreshed every second, guys. Yeah. Whenever you look at whether our cricket scores, always page will be refreshed every second. It will be refreshed automatically. So similar manner here also, screen will be refreshed for every second, guys. Yeah. So here, as I mentioned, like once any participant had a bid, this timer will start from 4:59, 4:58, something like that. This is an indicator for other bidders. They should have a bid within 5 minutes time, guys. If they fail to have a bid, then he will be treated as a winner. So okay, like initially let's assume 30 minutes window they had for action process. Okay, he did for 65 and he did for 70, 75, 80 and it's going on, let's assume. Bid is going on. 30 minutes are over. Then automatically action would be closed, guys. So in between, if there is much more demand between participants here, what action officer does, he can simply increase the window, maybe 30 minutes to 60 minutes, something like that. Based on demand, he can also adjust the window frame, guys. Yeah. Initially targeted for 30 minutes. In between, if you want, he can increase the action window also. So whenever someone doing a bid, right, like let's assume this is a kind of text input field, guys. Here you can enter amount, and once you click enter button, like that history will be keep on updating to the history, guys. So in WhatsApp also, right, like whenever you guys within a group also you do as messages, right? So similar manner here, guys. To capture input, this area can be used. Once you click enter, amount like that history will be shown here. Clear? So let me go back. Let me go back here. So till now, adding banker, adding action officer, adding actions, adding participants, and action process. Those we covered, guys. Here. So now, as part of adding users, what do we see, guys? Here, roles and permissions. You see, right? What are all the roles available here? Around 6 are available here. Permissions, maybe 20 available here. So how are we getting these details? Roles, here you could see one more tab, guys. and permissions also you see something. So they want to generate roles and permissions dynamically. As per our current application, they may be talking about only 4 types of users or maybe 5 types of users. In future, I want to add something else. Then they don't want to have any code change, guys. So if you look at here, roles. How many you see, guys, here? 6. Okay, let me try to add. I don't know whether it work or not, but let me try. Test. 1. Let me save. అదే ఉన్నాయి కదా. What do we see here? Okay. Some exceptions are there, guys. Basic flow is working fine. That is pretty much enough for us, right? Let's see. So roles can be added to the system dynamically here, and permissions also can be added dynamically. So for that, they added 2 functions, guys, here. I guess delete will work as expected, guys.
Yes, sir. Last time it's working.
Add won't work. So let's ignore. So executives, if you want, this screen can be used, guys. Yeah. This is for adding, editing, deleting, filtering, executives. This can be used. Other than that, my profile here for updating the password, guys. Yeah. For updating the password. SMS sent, SMS template, SMS sent. Okay, whatever the SMS we sent within the application, all those they want to track, guys. Okay, let's assume action officer, registered participants. So OTP should be sent to participant. So whenever we are doing any kind of messages within the application for any flow, maybe as part of sign up, or as part of adding participant, few scenarios, as part of announcing winner, maybe SMS would be delivered, guys. Whatever the delivered, SMSs we delivered, all will be stored somewhere in table. Look at here. Sent to Narendra. Narendra is one of the AO banker, guys. When we send, and what is the status? Status is something like it's failed, guys. All these. SMS settings. SMS settings in the sense, guys, here. What we mentioned previously. As part of JDBC, right? We used to hard code driver, URL, username, and password, right? So similar manner, Hibernate point of view also somewhere we hard code. Okay. So coming to database, maybe pretty much straightforward and it fixed, guys. But here sending SMS, they may be depending on external services, guys. Here external service in the sense like Amazon web services we can use to send SMSs, or maybe Google you can use for sending SMSs. So similar manner, n number of external services are there to send messages to any mobile, guys. Okay, let's assume today I used Amazon web services. Maybe let's assume, okay, they may be charging maybe 1 paisa per message, let's assume. Today it's a big deal, good deal, so I used Amazon. So Google, Geo also same, right? Initially it's free. Yes. Now? So what to do now? There is no other option. Okay, as an individual, okay, it may be okay for you, 50 rupees or something, 40, 50 rupees, something fine. But coming to real time point of view, Amazon, all these, right? Like how many customers would be there? How many mails? How many messages would be delivered? So then, coming to app owner point of view, how much burden it would be whenever there is a rate change to the external services. Initially, the agreement may be for a year or maybe for 2 years. Let's assume after that they had a change. They increased. It's not 1 paisa, it's 10 paisa. Then lot more difference would be there. Much more maintenance would be to client, guys. Whenever we are trying to connect with the external systems, then maybe their service URL, maybe username or password, something. Those details are needed to integrate their services, guys. So all those they are dynamically getting here. What do you see, guys, here? To send messages, like they are using something. What is this? yu.com and message compose something. What do we see, guys, here? This is what is the external service URL. This is the username. This is password. This is sender details, guys. Here. So we were like previously as part of JDBC, as part of Hibernate, like somewhere we hard coded somewhere. Here we are not hard coding. I want to get the details from table. Why should I get from table? In the sense, as I mentioned the example, now I am using so and so service which may be best for today. After a year, like okay, one more service came into production saying that okay, you can send n number of messages with free of cost. Okay, I may be spending 1 paisa per today for now, but someone announced free. Free is far better than 1 paisa, right? So then I wanna have a change. If we hard code somewhere in our Java file, whenever you do a change, you have to test, you have to deploy, you have to have a QA validation, next you have to push into production. Many more efforts would be needed. To avoid them, all external services configuration they had somewhere in one table, guys. SMS underscore settings table they used, guys. There they are capturing all the details. Whenever you want to connect with any external service URL, you have to have username and password also should be there, guys. All those data they are capturing and they are persisting it into one table. In future, you want, like as I mentioned, like you got one service for free of cost, then immediately what admin can do is he can come to here, he can just add those service details, username and password, and in future onwards, whenever you are doing any transaction, whenever you want to send any SMS, it will be using dynamically the latest record. Wherever you see status active, those services can be consumed by the application to send SMS. If you are hard coding somewhere in your program, then n number of changes would be there. So to do that in real time may take a week time or may take a month time. So much more maintenance. To avoid that, they used here SMS settings table to get the service URL, username and password details. Clear? So now templates, you can go through that, you can understand. Inquiries, whatever the inquiries we have, those details also can be added. Maybe executive or maybe someone customer care team may be adding all those details, guys. Who contacted, when they contacted, regarding what, query, conclusion, all those things can be captured here, guys. Any challenges on these, guys?
Sir, how they manage permissions? How they manage permissions?
Manage how means?
When user login,
Okay. Uh,
Hey.
if you log in as a participant, for example, okay, here if admin logs in, he can see this button. If auction officer logs in, he won't even see all these options. Wherever we are displaying all these buttons, there we check for user had a permission for add bank, then only this will be shown. Whenever user is logging in, whatever the permissions they do have, all will be captured somewhere. And whenever we display a button, maybe add button, maybe edit button, maybe delete button, wherever we display those buttons, there will have a simply if condition. Let's say if user had a permission for add underscore bank, then only display add bankers button. If you look at JSP, there you can easily understand that. Based on user roles or permissions, these buttons can be displayed dynamically. Wherever we display add, edit, delete, or all, everywhere conditions are there. Based on that, buttons can be shown. What else? Clear. All clear. Okay. Okay. Then what's next?
Splendid.
Splendid. Splendid also you guys should get it from seniors, right? వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉన్న వీడియోస్ మొత్తం లాగేసేయండి వాళ్ళు. ఆ 7 వీడియోస్ మొత్తం లాగేసేయండి. వాళ్ళు రేపటి నుంచి రారు. ముందు లాగేస్తే తర్వాత
రియాక్షన్ అన్ని తీసుకో.
ఆ వీడియోస్ అవి సోర్స్ కోడ్ కూడా లాగేసేయండి. అది సరిపోతుంది. What else? GDP 1.8 features. Okay. మీరు చేసుకుని వస్తే కదా మీరు ఇప్పుడు చేస్తే నేను అప్పుడు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. Let's assume right here. Let me do one simple example here. Anywhere. Let me take list example here. List example guys here. For now I'm going with like this, but as I used to mention, like always list reference, parent reference should be mentioned. Let's ignore for now. States, new, array, list. Okay, so original object, right? Yes. Original object guys, yeah. Okay. Okay, now original or source object, let's assume source object, source object dot add of how many elements are here? 3 elements are here. Okay, now let me create shallow copy. What I did guys, I simply passed source reference. I simply passed source hash reference. I simply placed here. When it comes to deep copy, source object dot. Is that clear, guys? What I am doing here? I am simply going with source object dot cloud. Okay, now. Let's see, guys. Source object dot hash code. Let me print shallow copy hash code. Let me copy the deep copy hash code, guys. Here. What do we see, guys, here? Okay, wait. Okay, looks same, right? Okay, fine, no issue. So now, what shallow copy? Okay, let's assume source is one object, guys. Here in heap area, okay, this object had 3 elements. Whenever you are talking about shallow copy, what it was, as part of shallow copy, what I did, guys, like list shallow copy object equal to source object. Mean to say, both pointed to the shallow, both will be pointed to same object at the back end, heap area.